Triple Crown Fireworks in Aurora, Colorado. We are on, it's a blur. We're on Thursday now as the freight train gets rolling toward the bracket play and the championships, and a program that's had a firm position in that top end of all this competition. Impact Gold, always been a great competitor in this event, a great supporter, and just a good influence to have around all of this. So we needed to talk to the Impact Gold. Jazz Jackson Vesely, the program director, is with us. Jazz, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You got the IG hat on, the Impact Gold. It's a pretty good-looking logo you got up there.
Thank you. It's our newest logo. It embodies all of our teams, so we took the Texas out of it to kind of start incorporating
tell us more
all of our
about that.
teams.
So the Texas is out of that. What does that mean? What's happening?
So we are now in 11 states. We are taking ourselves just from a local organization to a nationwide organization. So we're taking off the Texas in front of the name, and it's just Impact Gold, and then wherever they are from.
So I didn't prep you for this. We didn't talk about this.
It's okay.
If I say, tell us the 11 states, can you rattle them off? or most of them, or just most of them?
Yes, I can, probably. Texas, Georgia, Colorado, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, Arizona.
Do we hear Oklahoma yet?
Oklahoma, there you go.
Good. Once you start doing it, it's hard to remember which ones you said. So an 11-state stretch, that's, quick math, that's like 22% of the United States, total states. What's the mission there? What's the goal? Is 11 where you want to be, or is that going to grow?
Depending on the teams. We want to incorporate and start to grow our network of coaches. We don't want to overdo an area, so our thought is to get into states where we can utilize different connections to help our kids. Just like in Georgia this year, I had a kid that had to move there because of family reasons, and she was instantly put on a team and able to go through the summer with the team without having to miss a beat.
Yeah. What's the process? Because there are some different organizations doing this where they're, for lack of a better term, kind of franchised out.
Yes.
What's the process for a team to get under your umbrella? Do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them? A little both?
They reach out to me. I've learned that the best thing to find teams that want to fit into our system is that they have to want to be here. So they contact me and I speak to them. Sometimes I drive to meet them or I fly to meet them in person and look them in the eye and make sure they have the same thoughts and process as we do.
So I'm not trying to push you toward, recounting your glory days and just telling us stories about your best plays, best memories. But I'm more curious as a program director now of a big program with a lot of talented players going to a lot of great places and developing, definitely more importantly, developing themselves for just their future adult lives. When you look back on your playing days, and you came through out of Houston, right?
Yes.
And you went on to LSU.
Yes.
Now, what's your perspective now? Because when you're in it, you probably see it differently. But now, when you look back at that, what are the things you remember? What did you really take away from that experience?
I remember my coaches. I had the best coaches in the world. I played for Yvette Gerard, Megan Smith, and James DeFeo, and they prepared me for life. They taught me really tough lessons. Coach Gerard is one of the strictest coaches I ever have heard of. And she taught me life lessons. She taught me how to be respectful, how to value my luxuries in life and how not to take it for granted, and how to give back. That was really important to her. And so that's what I try to pass on to my kids. Because softball only lasts for so long. So we got to teach them life lessons,
So I guess we'll use the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and the family. You got the family tree going on here. And so Casey Jackson is well known with Impact Gold. Are you in charge of Casey now?
I am. I'm very much in charge of him. I'm his boss.
What a great life evolution, coming of age kind of moment. So you're Casey's boss.
I am. He doesn't listen very well, but I still keep trying.
And so you spent all those years being raised by him, and
yes.
Having to be in the daughter role. What's it like now to be in this situation?
It's tough. It's tough. He's done a great job with the organization, and the change only came about because, I don't know if you know this, I have 4 other siblings that are younger, that are in high school. And my mother passed 3 years ago. So he is the only parent, and he couldn't do it all. So I took over to help. And so it's a little tough because he's still my dad, but we make it. He doesn't listen, though, I will tell you.
Well, it's a challenge. It's a family challenge, but then at the same time, it's a great response. I I commend him too for because that's tough to do that,
Yes.
you know, and to realize, okay, we're going to make this move now, and I have to play my role correctly here because you got a big thing going, and it's very important to a lot of families that are part of your program. This has to work.
Yes.
But priorities also of him realizing, hey, I've got some other I got some other important priorities that I need to be on top of. So I think that kind of a move, that kind of a decision actually, I think in a lot of ways helps create a greater likelihood that this will work because it says something about how you're making decisions.
Yes. Well, and, to be honest, he does the best job preparing kids for college. That is what he's known for. He can take a kid and turn her into exactly what the college needs. So he shouldn't be bogged down with doing paperwork and travel schedules and things like that. He should be preparing kids for college.
Yeah.
So it worked better.
How long have you been coming to Colorado?
I've been coming to Colorado since I was 13, and I turned 28 this year.
Wow.
So a long time.
Wow. So do you own real estate here yet, or?
I know. I feel like I should have stake in this tournament.
you
gotta talk to Dave about that.
Yeah, you have enough hotel room nights. You probably should just own your own room at a hotel at this point.
I should.
What does the Colorado experience, the Colorado event, mean to you?
It is the beginning of the summer to me. This is our first tournament. Our first major tournament of the summer is Colorado every year. It's where I kind of meet up with my across the country buddies. We play American Pastime every year here in a practice game. We normally play Rico every year in a game. It's kind of our one time of year or our beginning of the year where we see all of our friends that we hadn't seen since the last summer. So it's my favorite tournament.
Yeah, it's a reunion, a convention, a tournament, the whole deal.
It is. You see, we hug. It's the most amazing tournament, I think.
Yeah. Jazz Jackson Vesely is the program director for Impact Gold. What's next? And we're talking. You're talking about adding teams, obviously, but so whether it's that or even just sort of direction of your program, what's next for you at Impact Gold?
The next thing for us is we're trying to really establish our foundation, be the impact. We're taking our girls into the communities and showing them that being the impact is no longer just on the field. So we are donating to women's shelters. We have been cleaning up disaster areas. They have been donating their time to teach inner city how to play softball. They're really giving back. We also have taken on kind of a training tool situation where when we have kids that go to college, we bring them back through the summer and let them train on what they're wanting to be. So this summer, I have a kid that wants to be a strength and conditioning coach. So she is the national team strength and conditioning coach for the summer. Tori Vidalis would like to be a sports analyst. So she's actually helping our girls prepare for college by interviewing them after practices and games. And she's also using it for her kind of catalog for herself. So we've kind of started incorporating that into our lives. Instead of just softball, we're focusing on the other side.
Yeah, I did a couple years ago. I did the Oklahoma Regional for ESPN, and Texas A&M played there, and Tori was there, and I had just been covering her here at this event, and we were talking about her broadcast interest. I think she's going to make it.
She is going to make it. She's very good. She's so talented. She already makes YouTube videos right now and has learned how to cut them and make all these great intros and extras, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, she couldn't be more likable. I mean, she's just about as likable as they come. So, and that's just one of a number of accomplished and likable alums of your program.
Yes.
Anybody else out there floating around right now? Things going on for anybody either in your program or alums of your program that's notable?
I would say we have a bunch of kids playing national team ball. One of our biggest names alum, Demi Turner, is in Greece, playing right now with the Greek national team. We're excited about that. We have a kid on the USA junior national team, Bailey Klingler. She's playing right now and kicking butt. We have kids doing a lot. We had 21 players in the World Series this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
21. That's cool. That's almost that's a roster. That's almost you could get two teams, two starting lineups, plus a couple extras out of that.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good outcomes. And that's sort of step one of what you do this for. And then but they're, like you said, then they're going to be done with that. And what are they going to do next? And that's the bigger step. That's the most important step. And I think from the players from Impact Gold that I've interacted with, I came down one time and spent a day hanging out with you guys.
It's awesome.
At a practice and Demi was there. And
yes.
I just remember getting on my flight going, when I grow up, I want to be those people because that's impressive. I mean, there's just the quality of character is as noticeable as the quality of play on the diamond. And
they are.
That's to be commended. So good work with that.
Thank you.
Anything else that with Impact Gold? What do you have going on here in the next couple of days? Where are your teams at? What's happening? How are people doing?
We have teams everywhere. We got teams all the way from Erie to Colorado Springs. We're doing well. Our power pool teams have been doing really well. We're just now we're ready for bracket. So far it's been pool play, and it's been, oh, hey, hugs. Now we're ready to play.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
That's it.
Hugs are over.
I'm ready. Yeah, hugs are over.
Yeah. Now, can you appreciate, you grew up in Houston. You've been down there a long time. You're probably used to it, to the summer weather.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm in short sleeves and not sweating, and this is awesome.
Yeah, the air's kind of crisp tonight.
Yes.
So you're okay with the altitude?
Yes.
And if everything
works
out
but
okay.
if I have a bad game, I am going to blame it on the altitude.
Well, it's always good to have it to fall back on. Yeah, just fall back on that if you need it.
Yes, no matter what, it's the altitude's fault if I don't have a good game.
Jazz Jackson Vesely is the program director for Impact Gold. Good luck with the rest of your week here, and thank you for the years of participation in Triple Crown events.
Thank you for having us.